How to revive your car paint. This is quick, this is easy, and Ivan, this works.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ivan, he's Nick, and this is DIY Detail. Today we're gonna show you a quick, easy way to revive your paint, make it look spectacular, and not a lot of investment in time nor tools.
Ivan can do this in an hour. You can do that too. We're gonna pre-spray our lower greasy panels with all-purpose cleaner. We're then going to do a quick rinse, quick wash. We're gonna clay the vehicle and a quick polish. This is so doable for you at home, and you're gonna see results, especially from that sort of 10 feet away shine. Not going for perfection,
no,
but this will look way better, we promise you that.
Yeah, and if you're trying to sell your vehicle, well, it's definitely gonna increase the value.
A lot of people want to get those pre-sale details. As a pro, a lot of people come in and say, I'm willing to spend money to get way more from this sale. Folks, you can do this yourself.
Now, we are going to be using today some cordless polishers. We're trying them out, but you can use any polisher. It really doesn't matter. What matters is what pad and what product you're using. We're using the gold standard pads and the gold standard polish. Makes it easy, makes it simple, and one step is all you need.
We're not going for scratch removal. We're going for a little bit of gloss and shine.
Yeah.
And that's something everybody can do.
So, let's get this started.
I've got all clean in my IK foamer, diluted at 15 parts water, 1 part all clean. This is our all-purpose cleaner. Great on wheels, rims, and Ivan's got that in the IK sprayer as well. So it's really gonna be nice on those lower panels. They get the dirtiest because they are closer to the road.
Exactly. And the front end has insects and all those fun things on it, so we're gonna spray it as well.
How much dwell time we doing, Ivan?
Right about now is good.
Okay.
So you want to brush it first, Nick?
Oh, we're gonna do wheels, I forget. I got a little excited about the high-speed detail action here.
Yeah.
How about you hit that wheel, I'll hit this one. All Clean has a high pH. It's gonna do a lot of heavy hitting for you when you need it most.
Yeah.
Especially good on tires, wheels, and pre-treating nasty paint so that when you do your contact wash, a lot of that gunk, we're gonna have pressure washed off after the All Clean emulsified, broke down, and like I said, saving elbow grease for us using the chemicals in a smart way. We good?
Yep.
Let's do it. Always pressure wash down first in case the tip's not on securely. I've got our clay towel with the iron remover on it. The iron remover is also on the paint here as lubrication. No pressure. We're just trying to shave off any possible contaminants, and we're not going for a perfect job here. I'm just gonna do a few passes, low pressure, until I stop hearing that ch-ch-ch, and I stop feeling it under my towel.
Yeah, and the important part to succeeding in the polishing step though is having good decontamination. Like Nick said, you're not going for absolutely everything on the panel. The polish will take care of some of it, but the iron remover is going to release those iron particles, and you'll notice he's also claying the glass. That's a very important step. Claying your glass is something you should be doing on a regular basis, actually.
And the first thing we're going to do, once we rinse off this iron remover, is we're actually going to polish the glass. You would be surprised visually, Ivan, at what polished glass does for the appearance of your vehicle.
Exactly.
And so I'm pre-spraying a bit of iron remover on the panel, and then I'm going to put a few sprays on my towel, so it's kind of working for me in advance of me making contact with the paint. You know, I said that the benefit of rinseless wash, you don't have to rinse it at the end. I forgot we're doing the clay.
Yeah,
but
so
rinseless wash has the lubrication in it with the polymers. It's left on the paint, so it's gonna really make a very safe iron removal step for us with the clay towel.
Exactly.
I'm excited, Ivan.
So just to hurry Nick along, you'll feel the water coming at him, so he might move a little.
Am I going a little slow? Am I doing the OCD thing?
No, you forgot up here though.
Okay. I sort of feel like, and I'm being honest with everybody, the higher you get, the The less people see, the less focus I, at least in my own prejudice, I'm gonna have on getting the roof dialed in.
Right.
You know, the used car salesman's not gonna see the roof, nor is he gonna care because he knows his customer's not gonna look there either.
No, and we are gonna be doing the roof, but after the video, just because we don't wanna be climbing on ladders and stuff, just in case.
Every panel, I'm just gonna flip. So I've got 4 panels in this clay towel before I'm gonna rinse it off.
Now the hood on this one is particularly crunchy, we'll put it that way. So
I'm gonna pre-treat with some iron remover then to get it going for me before I hit it.
yeah, exactly.
And don't forget, don't forget how amazing the clay towel is on your windshield for bug guts.
Exactly, and you can actually hear that clip. I can hear it from here.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it from here, Nick. You can definitely hear it in Nick's microphone.
And I'm not worried about what direction I'm using the clay towel in. As long as I'm going no pressure and letting all of this sort of technology work for me, we're gonna be polishing this anyway, but I could do a little of this, I could do this, as long as I'm doing no pressure and letting the clay towel take care of what it needs to.
You could do triangles if you wanted.
I'm definitely hearing less contamination now.
Yes.
Still there though.
Yeah, we'll need to clear that hook maybe just a little more.
It's so tempting to want to use pressure on this clay towel, but if you just
let it glide, it does the work for you.
It really does.
Yep.
It's smoothing out so much.
Now I'll leave Nick the pressure washer here. When he's done with the hood, I'll start drying the back of the vehicle. So the water again is just sitting on the paint. It's even difficult to dry. And let me show you something, just quickly. If you have problems drying your paint, especially in the cold, one little spray of ceramic gloss makes that drying effortless. Look at that.
Why is that?
Chemical magic, my dear sir. But look at that, one pass, it's dry. This one, still wet, I have to go over it, it's streaky. Eventually it dries. But we're gonna be polishing this, so we don't need to make sure that it's perfectly dry. We just need to make sure that we have no running water left on.
So that was just sort of a demo there.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be polishing, we don't want ceramic gloss on the paint.
No.
Beforehand, that's an after thing.
Yes.
It's amazing how much one of these twist loop towels can dry on a car.
Well, I've dried basically the whole side of this vehicle with one towel. Now it's starting to be a little wet. Let's see if we can wring some water out of it. Just a little bit, actually. So no time at all. We've washed, we've clayed, and we've iron deconned this vehicle.
The hood is a lot smoother to the touch now.
Doesn't sound like sandpaper anymore.
Nope. Do you like this Yukon, Ivan?
Well, you know, for a 20-year-old vehicle, it's held up really well. And you did something, Nick, that to me was a big risk I wouldn't have done.
Okay.
And that is folding that mirror.
Oh, really? Why don't you want to do that?
They had a tendency to be a little weak.
So you don't want to be damaging anything.
No, exactly.
You're here to clean and make it look good.
Yep.
10-4.
Luckily, we got away with it. But it could have been a sticky situation.
I clayed half the windshield, but not the other half. How do you feel about that?
Clay the other half?
Kind of felt like I was living on the edge there for a second.
Yeah, but you're actually making your job harder by not claying it.
I hear that. I'm gonna rinse this out. I don't want any more iron remover on this because we've already rinsed the car.
At this point, yes, there's the odd little drip here and there, but you can start polishing. Now I actually like to work with a pad that's slightly damp. So I'm just gonna put it in my rinseless bucket, squeeze it out without dropping it on the floor. Squeeze it out, put it back on the machine, and put the machine at the highest speed it will go. With the machine close to the bucket, and now my pad is just damp. And the reason we want a damp pad is simple. It provides lubrication. There's no dry spots on the pad. Same thing with our polish. We have a spray polish. So that allows us to have polish all over the pad, not just in 2 or 3 spots. So I'll start at the front, Nick, if you want to start at the back.
I'm gonna hit the windows, is that cool?
Yeah, or hit the windows as you're going by.
Okay.
Instead of going around the vehicle numerous times, you can go around the vehicle just once. Makes your life easier.
Efficiency, dear sir.
Yep. When you're done a panel, now this is the other little efficiency trick. You're actually not just gonna wipe off with a towel, Nick. You're gonna wipe off with ceramic gloss.
A couple of sprays on the towel.
On the towel and on the panel.
We're leaving protection, we're leaving shine behind. We're wiping off in one step, I love that.
Yeah. And it actually makes the wipe off even easier. So a bit of ceramic gloss on the surface. It's gonna help move the polish residue off. And as you saw, I polished the headlights, the grille, the chrome even on the bumper. Just gonna make it a lot shinier, a lot nicer car to drive around in, and ceramic gloss on the windshield as well. Now for safety's sake, I am going to have to get a ladder to get to the center of the windshield for wiping it off. Don't want to be climbing all over the vehicle. Look at the gloss we brought back to this hood.
The wipe off is so incredibly easy with our polish.
Yep.
It's one of those too with such a long working time. I actually find it's easier to wipe off
The longer you work it.
the longer you work it. Just kind of nice and convenient. Because some polishes out there get really sticky and finicky the longer you work them and they get dusty. And that's not the case with ours. Ivan, are you surprised at how good this looks? Because I kind of am.
No, it's what we designed the gold standard system to be. Simple, easy, and effective.
But if it doesn't take 20 steps, does it really work?
Fortunately, yes. Now once we have the majority wiped off like we've done, we're going to take a fresh towel and ceramic gloss and just go over the vehicle one more time. It allows us to do a final quality control check, make sure we got all the polish residue off that we need to get off, and adds a little more ceramic gloss. And while I climbed up on the ladder there, I saw the roof, and it's a good thing we didn't wash the roof, Nick. The paint is peeling off of it, so it's not something you want to polish. If you've got peeling paint, stay away from it.
It's funny, if you do this long enough, You can kind of guess that the hood's gonna be failed clear coat,
Yeah.
depending on the vehicle, right?
And for the most part, this is original paint on this vehicle, so it's held up remarkably well.
The owner's gonna be so happy with this.
Has over 300,000 miles on it, so.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I like this final QC or quality control check. There's just a little streak or smudge here you might have missed.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice to just get those knocked down and taken care of. Ivan, it's easy to forget the door jambs.
Yeah, and you know, if you're paid, if someone has paid you to do the detail, the exterior of the vehicle looks great, then they open the door and see the door jamb. Well, not a good situation. And a bit of ceramic gloss on the door jamb helps them stay cleaner longer. And obviously the owner of this vehicle has a dog because there's nose prints all over the inside of this glass. So final step in every detail, as far as I'm concerned, it's not detailed unless your tires have some form of protection on them. Just adds a little more life to the vehicle.
It's like wearing a nice pair of red shoes. It changes the appearance in a positive way.
Exactly. Now, one area we purposely did not go after was the wheel arches because they're starting to rust a little bit. And we don't want to be, first of all, putting our towels on a surface that can potentially damage our towels, because that rust can actually come off and put flakes in the towel. So that's one aspect. But normally we would do the inner wheel arches as well.
Pre-treating that tire for you, Ivan.
Thank you, sir.
It's called teamwork.
Yeah, and actually let's get a little bit on the step there as well.
I mean, tire shine safe on all exterior trim.
Exactly.
I've got a little bit of ceramic gloss on my towel here just to wipe down the rims at the end.
Yeah, beautiful.
Helps to clean the rims, helps to shine, and helps to add a little protection and make them easier to clean and more chemical resistant, especially on an older vehicle. We're trying to keep any possible further damage at bay.
Now on the running boards, I'm going to take one of our utility towels to remove the excess tire shine. That way they're not going to be glossy or slippery, they're just going to look clean. And while I'm there, still a bit of tire shine on the brush. Let's make this mirror pop. Like Nick mentioned, it's safe on all exterior trim. So let's use it on that exterior trim.
Ceramic gloss, if you have excess on your towel, can also work really well on trim.
Yeah.
Just since you're gonna end the job and you're gonna have a little on your towel still, why not rub it into a place where you're not worried about scratching anything. So you can just kind of hit everything, rub it in there thoroughly, and get the most bang for your buck.
Now the owner of this vehicle is a painter, and obviously he had a bit of white paint on his arm when he rested it here.
Yeah, I noticed that wasn't coming off, and that was not our polish. Our polish is trim.
No.
Is trim safe?
Exactly. Well, prime example is back here. This piece was all matte and ugly looking. Now it's nice and shiny the way it should be. You can get, I got a bit of tire shine on the bottom of the mirror there, Nick.
Okay.
You can just get that off. And even though we've polished this car, we've wiped it down, we've done all sorts of things, there's still a drip coming from the mirror.
You know what time it is, right, Ivan?
Drip catcher time.
This paint is so smooth.
Just to show you how easily these pads clean up. Look how dirty this is. In a rinse and wash, one or two little squeezes, make sure everything's out of there. Squeeze the excess moisture out of it. Highest speed the machine will go. Ready to polish another day.
Ivan, nicely done.
Thank you, sir. With that, what do you think?
I think it looks great. I would spend an extra $2,000 on this if I saw it at the dealership. Because you're gonna see something with 300,000 miles with paint in this condition, and you're gonna think a couple things. One, it's been taken care of,
Exactly.
and or, because both of these can be true at the same time, it just got freshly detailed. Either way, it means I don't have to get it detailed, and that's worth it to me. It's just a nice looking vehicle. You're gonna have more pride driving this thing around, especially
Exactly.
for people who know a vehicle like this. If they see this Yukon with this kind of paint, you're gonna get respect.
Exactly. It's got shine, it's got gloss, and it now has hydrophobics. Remember at the beginning, you put water on it, it just sat there? Why don't you get that pressure washer, Nick?
The paint was flat when we started. I want to show you the water beads from ceramic gloss.
Right. Look at that. For a vehicle that was very flat, no gloss whatsoever, we now have a shiny and now easier to dry vehicle.
Easier to dry, easier to clean, easier to feel good about. Folks, if you like videos like this, you're gonna like videos like this. We'll see you there.